sent a proposal, they had come, we talked to them. Dan and them had set it up prior to this. When I talked to him, I asked them to break it up into 3 parts. So, on the back, you'll notice Beaver Creek Township offices and the pavilion, so there'll be cameras in the pavilion. These pictures show where the camera views would be in the middle of your packet. So it's broke down for the township offices and pavilion. And that amount was the 14,000. The next one up is transfer station. That is 4,800. And then the fire department's portion is 3,720. 3,720. I also got them to do a quote and write up for the telephone over to the transfer station. It will be cordless, but it'll have to run on, internet. So for them to put the internet over there, to put a cordless phone over there, if the total cost on that is $944. The installation alone is $410. And if we do it, then it is $34 a month over there to have the phone there.
Transfer station?
Yes. Cause the camera system would also have to run off the internet, like the phone service. So there will be a Starlight, router over there. So what I would like to do is out of the transfer station fund balance is to do the transfer station phone and the cameras over at the transfer station. It's needed, we know it's needed. For security on top of anything else. The fire department can also come out of the fire department, but we still have ARPA funds to use for the fire department. It was all earmarked for fire department stuff. So I would like to use this and those heaters with the rest of the ARPA funds for the fire department.
And not do nothing at the township at this time?
That's where I'm at. Not until we know where everything else is at. The only one I know for sure is the transfer station and the fire department.
And then is there a monthly charge over at the transfer station? You said,
Not the camera?
for the phone?
Yeah, the phone is $34.44 a month. That's with the internet.
Do they have a view of what that would be the transfer site?
Mm-hmm.
Now what, I mean, are they gonna be able to zoom in? Are we gonna get license plates? I mean,
Yes.
do we know that for sure?
Yes, and this is on a cloud. So it's, we don't lose it, so.
I mean, basically, what are the problems that we are having over at the transfer site, if we're having it?
One moment. Tim,
Tires being dropped off after we tell them not to, toilets, cabinets, bathtubs,
Outside the fence or inside?
inside the fence, but over where we do the recycling, under the carport.
under the carport?
Yeah, cause that's
Okay.
where, once you get busy, you can't keep your eyes on everything.
I know, cause you'd mentioned that you needed another hand over there.
Yeah,
In the summer.
Sundays and Wednesdays during the summer. Just to keep an eye on things.
We've had problems and had to call the police over there and stuff too.
Yeah, been threatened a couple times and
One guy threatened to shoot him.
Oh.
just cause I wouldn't let them in 10 minutes early.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the security system for the fire department and our transfer station. It's important. If we can afford it, let's do it.
Well, I was wondering if we could have, hire another person, have another person over there. Would it be cheaper? For the labor cost. I'd rather pay it to a resident here rather than the cameras. I mean, then you'd have two words against one, obviously in a court
Right.
case. How would you feel about that?
I think it'd be alright.
To go with 2 people.
2 people, yes.
I mean, let's visit that and see what that cost would be there,
Okay.
if we could do that.
Yep.
First, before we go ahead and approve this. That's my feelings.
I'm agree.
Okay.
Change your motion. To just the fire department, right?
I'll make the motion to have security cameras at. the
It'd just
fire
be 2
department
days a week, right?
And to
Cause we don't really need
investigate
it on Saturday.
hiring more people for the
Well,
transfer.
You're gonna govern that,
Okay.
with you and G. Cause I don't know what the busier days are over there.
Yeah.
Could you read the motion?
Is that over $4,000?
It was made motion to add cameras to the fire department.
Yeah, 4,800.
Oh, yeah, 48.
I think it's gonna be hard to have somebody show up every day.
Right.
Or all year long for $4,800 at the end of the day.
We already got somebody.
Okay, well,
The
just,
cameras would give you evidence too.
Right.
What do we have on the motion at the moment?
Just to add cameras at the fire department.
I will second that. The motion is for cameras at the fire department. I'll need a roll call
Roll
vote.
call. Karen,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes,
Yes.
Jill, yes.
I would like to make a motion. Why did you jump? Don't jump. To add the phone at the transfer station. If we're not doing cameras, I'd like to at least have a phone over there, not a cell phone that somebody forgets to charge.
I'll second it.
Discussion.
where will that phone be stored?
In the little building,
Okay,
and it's a cordless.
okay.
At least they have something.
Cause I know I have any phone there.
No.
Nothing.
Landline?
We have nothing.
Landline.
It's a landline, but technically it ain't, cause it's internet based, like our phone system here.
Right,
It's the same kind of thing. It's the same phone actually, but it'll be the cordless one like it's over at the fire department.
right.
Could we visit putting just getting a cell phone?
Will it stay there and charged is the problem with the cell phone over there.
Well, there's power there all the time, so we could just plug it in.
That ain't what I
charge.
said.
Well, that's.
It's going home in something's pocket because they get busy.
Or they forget to put it on the charger and it's dead when they get there and need it, or,
She's bashing you guys, not me.
I am,
I see that.
just saying.
You mess up once and look what they do.
Yeah,
Motion's been made and seconded, and we need a roll call vote.
Mary,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
No.
Hope,
Yes.
Jill, yes.
We'll leave the camera systems table to a later date. Thank you. Next up, fire department report.
Okay, fire department report that was on the table, that we made the extra copies, and hope everybody has one. Chief Bourgeois is, I don't believe this is in the packet. In an effort to clean up the dilapidated vehicles being stored on the fire department grounds, he's explored numerous options to rectify it. What he's found is a company named Elite Iron and Metal out of Luzerne, and they will come and pick up the 2 fire trucks, and we would drive the old rescue one to their location. They're offering $120 per gross ton. E99 should be around 1,000, E2 would be around 1,560, and rescue one would be $250. So he's asking the board to consider the scrapping of the vehicles. Target date would be late April, early May.
I will make a motion that we allow the fire chief to dispose of all the broken down equipment over there.
I'll second that motion.
Need a roll call vote?
Mary,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Yes.
Jill, yes.
Rest of the report, Terry?
Everything else should be in the report packet.
Then this added on report, list of needed repairs. So you,
Yeah, I believe it was in the packet, but if not, I'll read it out individually.
oh, we got 'em. Did you get a quote on the heaters?
One quote, I'm working on another one.
Okay.
Yep.
So that must be the one that's listed?
Yes,
Because you worked with him, I'm guessing?
yes.
Oh, yeah, trustee Nelson, I thought I was
Yeah.
looking at Teresa. Sorry. So this is just a heads up of what is needed?
Yes.
Yes, I had asked for that, what?
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. And we covered the or the,
Yes,
okay.
Yep.
See,
Air
there's what I'm
conditioning.
talking about, see, there it is, it
Yes.
ain't time for it.
yes.
Anything else? DPW report.
Getting things around, we're gonna start cleaning the playgrounds, filling in the holes, getting the bathrooms around, and waiting to put the new porch on.
Alrighty.
When it quits snowing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It almost.
Yeah.
do it in the summer.
June when you're on vacation.
Yeah. No, they said next week, but let's see.
You have your zoning report from Chris in here. With the parcels that they had changed, we're not finding the correct paperwork on those. We've been working, Chris has been calling everybody, been beating down the path, so, when I talked to him today, we still are trying to get with Denise Klein, because we don't think it was done right, and we wanna get it done and immediately to get it straightened out, because we got people calling on those. So, Denise is looking into what wasn't finished correctly, so we can get it taken care of right away. So, I'm still waiting to hear back on that one.
And I'm 99% sure that these never did get done, because during my time, I never knew anything. When you rezone something, it has to be approved by the county.
Yes. Any changes to your zoning has to go to the county
County,
planning
right.
commission. You're gonna learn that real quick
And
next week.
And we know that. And we know it never got done.
Did it never go to the county?
No,
Huh.
not to my understanding.
No, Chris has been looking for
For
it.
that, okay,
Yeah,
so it never,
no, so it never was done, so we have to actually complete that as well. Anything else? All right, public comment. Yes, sir.
James Kendall. So, I'll start again with the legal actions. You took Doug resigned from the planning commission because of the information I gave you. That's good. Here's another one. Special meetings. When you do special meetings, it is against the Open Meetings Act to add things to it, and I'm not spoon feeding you this one. This one you can look up all on your own. So you need to look that up. When you're doing those, don't do that. And I think maybe you guys are getting the point now with the second lawsuit. This is gonna cost the township $250,000 on our insurance, which is gonna make our insurance go up. That's one thing. Plus, because of each one of your votes, you guys are gonna be held personally responsible, which will come out of your pockets. So, your vote matters, what you do in here matters. Stomping on somebody's First Amendment rights is about the worst thing you could do. So, whether you like somebody or not, free speech is not for speech you like. It is for speech you don't like. That's why it was made. Period.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Kelly Bontrager. First, I would like to commend the board and the fire department for sticking up to the residents, for the residents of Beaver Creek, which has not been done in the past. I would like to thank the community for finally sticking up, standing up for the community. I would like to see them stop the division that's going on in this community by folks who simply just want to cause division of this community by the past board people. Continuously, over and over and over. I will give you an example that many don't know. I sent a certified letter a year ago to this board, the previous board, to Dan Bonamy. It was signed for on a Friday. As many people know, roughly 2 people work in this building on that Friday. Dan Bonamy did not sign for that certified letter. It was found that that certified letter was fraudulently signed for. I'm a 24-year veteran of the United States Postal Service, a retired veteran. I still uphold that certified letter. And I will see to the end that that person is prosecuted by the United States Postal Service and the federal law. I am under acknowledgement that that has been entered to the Attorney General with the packet of the rest of the stuff. Because the person's name that was fraudulently signed, this isn't the first time. That's not the first time a name was fraudulently signed in this building. You can bet. How many other times has it been signed and nobody knows? It didn't happen one time, it happened multiple times and people have no clue. But that little piece of me made me dig farther and farther and farther. Y'all better start standing up to the truth, because thankfully you all are digging and digging and digging. Keep on digging. Please, keep on digging for your people. Pat yourselves on the back. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for digging. God bless you all. and let's put them all where they belong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
This is meant for you. You wrote a letter to another constituent. How does something that's confidential get in another person's hands?
Thank you. Anyone else? Do you know her name?
Yes.
Well, she didn't say it, so I was just making sure. Board member comments. Hope.
I'm good.
Why are you good?
I'm good today.
Oh. The computer glitch is gone?
No. We don't think so. Tracy's been having problems again.
Really? Oh, shucks. Okay, I wanted to comment on that, but
Go
I guess
ahead, comment.
if we don't have it fixed yet,
Everything we've worked on so far was coming up good until Tracy ran into problems the other day.
okay,
And it's slower.
Yeah, hers is slower, mine is not.
okay.
Those is due
Yes, loading
since
up
they redid them.
since the new server.
New server and rebooted it all,
Yeah,
okay,
so we're still gonna have to have BSNA on site.
okay,
That's my next call tomorrow.
okay. Have nothing else.
I have a couple things, actually. July 26th, we're gonna have a mom-to-mom swap. We're not selling anything. If you have a nice pair of size 7 blue jeans that your child outgrew, we'd like you to donate it to someone else's child. Our economy sucks. I have a young lady, Miss Jaden Gabriel, who graduates in a few weeks here, and she's generously donated all of her formals so that some of our young ladies can have a dress, because most families right now can't afford it.
Are you talking sevens like juniors or sevens
Whatever
like little?
size our high
No, you said
school-
sevens, but are they
It was
sevens
just-
little kids or sevens?
I'm just using it
Okay.
as an example.
Okay, okay.
Because all kids need clothes for school, and most right now, they can't even hardly keep
Right.
food on the kitchen table, let alone buy clothes for our kids. Also, I wanna do a food drive, or a pop can loose change drive. That money will be spent only on school supplies for Beaver Creek Township children. If you got loose change laying around, donate it. If you wanna donate pop cans, donate them. I got a few kids that'll help me run them up to Walmart and get rid of them. But the money goes strictly towards our children. Also, we had 2 young ladies step up. I wanna read the letter I wrote. Both Joe and Angel, I want you to know, don't get community service hours. They're great kids, they really are. I wrote this letter, and this letter is in recognition to honor Angel Baker for a selfless act of volunteering at our township warming center during our state of emergency on April 2nd, 2025. Angel gave up her day off from school to help her fellow neighbors. She selflessly volunteered for 8 hours. We, the Beaver Creek Board, would like to thank her for her generosity. We will be signing, and they're the same letter, one for Joe, one for Angel. They gave up their snow day and come here and volunteer and help anybody who needed it. We're gonna be signing these. I contacted the middle school in Grayling, and the principal would like a copy of Angel's, because she's a middle schooler, and she's gonna put it in her file. So when she graduates 8th grade, she'll get a certificate for wonderful acts, public acts. My daughter goes to Roscommon, they don't do that. I try. Because I think if you're gonna give up a day, you deserve to be applauded, especially kids nowadays. So I'm handing this to you, my love. You got 2 to sign. Please.
You have nothing, like 0, nothing?
Really? I wasn't irritating in the first one? Gosh.
All right, first off, I want to comment on, special meetings. With a special meeting, you can change the agenda if you have all 5 members here. The special meeting we had that Jill wasn't here, we could not change that agenda. that is in the law, and I do know what I'm talking about. Next up, I've got, a thing from Consumers Power on the lighting, streetlights. They're updating to LED, we can do that. I don't think we need to change the fixtures, but there's fixtures in here as well. And now I will be able to have the streetlights on my phone, so if one goes out, we can message right to, Consumers Power and they'll get it changed faster. So it makes the reporting of the streetlights a lot easier. I think y'all have them in your package.
Can I say something else? Just
Okay.
real quick. Thank you to the fire department for their street signs and their smoke detectors.
Okay,
I got mine, awesome,
good.
thank you.
Thank you for that. I forgot about those green ones, but, so this is what they just sent.
We always have LEDs
Yeah,
in place. They change them to LED when they burn out.
yes.
She said LED. When you said LED, it made a light bulb go in.
But yeah, I don't see us needing to change the fixtures
No.
themselves. I mean, it's just a waste of money in my opinion.
Yeah, they can change
If
it
they
when
were
they get
to,
burnt.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So, and all those come out of the Metro Fund anyway, so, but I just put them in for FYIs. Next, the back deck with no snow. I looked at the, hall rental. The only Friday and Saturday that isn't rented now until doomsday is May 9th and 10th. So I would like to block that off and do the back deck, so
You
May
talking
9th.
Front deck,
uh,
the front
The
deck?
main entrance,
it's the back. It technically is the hall. How about the hall deck?
Okay.
How's that? Politically correct?
Mother's Day weekend.
Yes, it's the only one that's open.
back is the back.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I'll tell your mother Happy Mother's Day
Yeah, so what?
when I'm over there.
Party on the deck.
So that's what I got, is Friday and Saturday, May 9th and 10th. I figured Friday night will come and remove, put tape up so people know that there ain't a deck there apparently, and then commence on building it Saturday morning.
What are we doing with the lumber?
Good question, it's your job.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a
So
lot
I
of
can
people
look
in
into,
township that want some.
Nah,
No, it can't
We-
be burnt.
can't be, and it's so rotten that it don't hold nothing. and- No, I was thinking more of a small roll-off,
Oh,
instead of us throwing it in the trailer, then running up and getting raked over to Coles to get rid of it at the dump, and
I think I have a source that we can get rid of it. I'll check into it.
okay. So Steve will check into it and get back with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. And then we need to look at the other deck and see what we need. I think all we're gonna need is cement. I think all the treated lumber for the bottom and everything is there.
You're talking plastic.
I'm not talking plastic.
Cement for what?
To cement the post in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
yes, you're gonna have to
So
have
when they
some.
did, they
And
have
I'm not
to,
a constructor.
when they did mine, they have these new things now, where you
Cookies,
don't have to dump the cement, it's cement,
it already goes in.
yeah, and it goes right in the ground, and then you bury it, and then
They're called
you do your,
cookies.
right, yeah,
They're called what?
Cookies.
yeah,
Really?
Yes.
yes.
You're
Now
dunking
you
a
got her
pole.
interested in it.
Now you're dunking a pole, right? Cookies, that's me.
But I mean, it makes it a lot easier than mixing cement,
Well, you're not supposed to put cement around.
yeah,
You're
you're
supposed
not
to-
supposed to, yeah, you really shouldn't,
Oh, I know.
that's why they made them.
They changed that.
Interesting. So that's it on me, May 9th and 10th. Start, get some flyers out and see if we can get some more volunteers and, special meeting, change the agenda, we can do if all 5 members are there. That was the only other note I had. Other than that, just busy doing numbers. I did some budget adjustments yesterday.
Yes.
And got all the ones that we have voted on so far. I've got it amended and adjusted and moved stuff around in there. the next round will have to come to the board for those adjustments that hasn't been voted on. So other than that, I think we're on track now and got a good head start. Let's hope for the, cause now we're how many months behind on this current year, so, we're waiting for them to, everything to go to the auditor so we can start on from July 1 forward. Some of it's in, Tracy's got a lot of the taxes in, I've got a lot of the payroll and stuff in, so, and then they told us not to after I'd already had, I don't know, 4 or 5 months in, so that's at a stop right there at the moment, so moving forward with that, as soon as we know a date for an audit, we'll let you know. Everything we've done there is done, our hands are tied. They took over a week for them to contact us to let us know they couldn't get it into BSNA because of server. So that kinda really upset me because here we're on a time schedule and it was like 10 days. So I dealt with that too, so that's all I got. I don't have nothing else. I will entertain a motion to adjourn,
A second.
6:57.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you.